Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. We have the boys, Kelevra Fuse going up against TK. Historify, Thing 2, FaZe, and Sin. I guarantee no one other than these team members had this team predicted to be in this semifinal against Kaliber right now in the bottom bracket.
It's certainly an upset. And
it's the winter final.
Of course it is. I mean, we're always expecting, first two weeks of this, to actually get kind of the upsets we're going to see in this tournament. Optic are out as well. That's a big shock. So many fans here for them this weekend. But going into this game, TCM were originally going to play Fuse, and I've been keeping an eye on the TCM boys, and they were like, oh, we should be able to take Fuse, but Fuse causing so many upsets here this weekend, looking like a really strong squad going into GOAT.
Everyone was hating on Fuse. They were saying, why are these guys in the top 8 for Black Ops 2? It's because they were dominating online. They are proving that they can do it on LAN as well. At the start, though, it looks like it's going to be TK with the advantage as we are on board with Sin. And I got to say, I'm really proud of the guys on Fuse. They proved the doubters wrong, and now they're looking to secure a spot in the bottom bracket final with a win over TK. Sin is going to go after this A site. Meanwhile, his teammates have B locked down, and all of TK is fighting out of their spawns at C. And Brycey, let me get your prediction for this series. Everyone knows who TK is, but after watching Fuse last night and a little bit earlier today, what do you think is going to happen here?
You know what, I was just couldn't believe this Fuse team come through as strong as they did. They were looking like an early, easy first round, but at the moment, if they can keep up slaying giants like they have, these guys can go all the way and be one of the big names of Call of Duty Ghosts and just keep hammering the opposition. TK, however, they look like they're on fire. They've done their fair share of giant slaying this weekend as well. So for me, this is definitely going to be either way. It's going to be whoever comes down to this first one, really. I mean, who can get that momentum shift, try and get that confidence to start winning these gunfights throughout the entire series.
FaZe on your screen at the moment. And he is going to be battling. Sharp says, no, let's jump on board with Sharp, who's rocking this SC 2010. Looks like he wants to get up top and get into the control room. Sharp currently 7-5, most kills in the game. Make it 8 now after that one.
Yeah, he's doing some serious work, and they are holding down the 2-cap at the moment. So many teams, there's been a lot of different ways to play Dom. Some going back to the old Coldfall way, try and split it if you can't get into that B area. This is one of those maps that a lot of players try to do that. Getting into B can be quite difficult, so you can come up the ladders, but going in, you kind of got to check every single corner for the players that are in there.
Goonjar on your screen now, going after B as it was just retaken by Fuse. Nice positioning here from Goon. Will he be able to pop a player coming around the corner? There is one over on the other side of the server. Sharp is going to take care of that for his 11th kill. And it looks like TK feeling pretty comfortable with this 2-cap, currently on C and B. Have not extended to A at all in this game, which is slightly surprising. They've had their hands full just keeping Fuse off of the B flag.
Yeah, they certainly have, and that's something you've got to really change. I mean, we've seen so many teams successful when they move the spawns and split the fire of the other team. If you can keep up that pressure, if you can make any team force them to go back, maybe not have as many guns pointing in the right direction that they want to, then that you've automatically changed the game there. It's about getting the right bodies in there, trading effectively, and actually winning those gunfights to try and get these points. It's not easy to grab a point in this game.
And for those of you guys who are just joining us, I didn't even introduce him. I am Chris Puckett, joined by Brycey, the voice of the 2K and 5K series over at Gfinity. You guys have become our European partner, been running all the Pro Points series events, and pretty proud to see Epsilon and TCM attending this Columbus event based on their performances in your tournaments there. Yeah,
it's been one of those things. Fortunately, they got some pro points. They did get in the champ bracket, not having to go all the way through the open as they usually do. So, not only that, I think it makes it more fair because we know that they're top teams. They've proven themselves against the best American teams in international events. So, it kind of just means they get a little bit of a leg up on the competition, able to just really concentrate on the big games coming in.
Been a blast watching them. TCM unfortunately falling to complexity just a little bit ago, but currently in this game, it's been TK for the most part, holding on to control theory, the last man alive, challenging at B, and it's going to be Fuse doing the damage. Historify is going to be on your screen, and let's see what he can do with this Bison.
Yeah, see what he can do. He's trying to hold it down. They're just trying to get some points back here at the moment. They really don't want to go into the next half that far down, simply because it's horrible. When you get ahead in the second half, be like, we're still at a points deficit here. We have to really do the work. And you know what? That's no small gap at the moment, Puckett.
You can just see TK taking care of business. Gunjar watching the server side as we're going to stay on board with Think 2 through the respawn. It's going to be a 15-point advantage for TK going into the second round, and it's all smiles.
These guys really pumped. You can see it on their faces. This is what I said. If you can get that first blood, if you can start getting them victories there, then you just feel more confident going into gun battles. And what that really relates to is that you're not hesitant. You're making the right decisions more often, and you're just quicker on the trigger.
So we are going to take a look at the stats real quick. Sharp putting on a performance. The Mullet Nation is here in support. Sharp, of course, originally from Kentucky, just about a 4-hour drive away. His family is here, his fans are here, and they've all brought their fake mullets. I absolutely love them.
I saw that earlier on stream.
There's that Mullet Nation. Yeah, baby.
They are certainly. That is some serious fans there. Any player's going to be happy to have that support. And I'm sure that's going to bring an extra edge to his game as well.
Theory also going positive at 11-9, positive Gunjar at 12-11, and positive Nezel 11-9. So the boys over on Fuse need to step it up in the slaying category if they want to win this next side of domination. Remember, they're down 15 points. They really need to get off to a hot start here.
Yeah, they need to break the morale of this TK team. They need to go, you know what? We have taken down teams as big as you. We're not afraid. Let's actually put the hammer down. Let's get some slaying on the board. If they can get that B point first of all and just wipe that deficit clean really early on, they've got a really good chance of just trading effectively for the rest of the map and getting it done.
And if you were just watching this 8-12 Fuse team, I mean, let me break down what's happened so far. Kelevra Fuse came into the tournament, took down Soar with the 3-0, sending methods to the losers bracket. Then in the next round, met up with Unite Gaming, the number 2 seed for this tournament, took them out. Now they're playing against Kaliber for a shot at a guaranteed top 3 placing if they make it to the finals. Actually, probably top 5 now since we have the 2 different brackets. Either way, I think they're surprising everyone, and I'm really impressed with their play. They're going to leave FaZe back at the base to cap C. Meanwhile, Think 2 is going to lead the charge over here on server side.
Yeah, using that Remington, see what he can do. Now going to try and push towards B. A lot of players just trying to clear it out. He has the support of his team there. Now going to get there to try and secure it a little bit faster. He knows where they're coming from, putting preemptive shots down, moves away the wrong second. Going to get taken down as the other team now moved in, and he is losing it. However, they have split it. They have a member on A at the same time. This is good work because it's going to force TK to actually come back and try and do something about it.
Historify immediately cleaned up, and we will see the members of TK go back to recap A. But let's see what Sin can do as they're trying to push over for B control. It doesn't look like it's going to work out. All that effort at A just slow down the points, and it will give the boys on Fuse a little bit of an advantage, but a very tight opening here in our first minute.
Really is. Both these teams just about tooth and nail. TK know they're already at an advantage, and Fuse are just going to have to be so aggressive to hold it. That is the triple cap there, and that is so dangerous to any team it comes against. And you can see Historify, he's going to go in here. If he can stop this, it's going to be huge. Put the 3 back on. He does, man, to take it down. He's going to take down the second one as well, and he's going to hold this. This means TK are in serious trouble now because that deficit is gone, and it does mean it is game on.
FaZe was trying to protect Historify. They were able to stop the bleeding over A. They had the triple cap for a while, and look at that advantage now, 26-12 as the Fuse boys coming in hot. Just like we said, they needed to remove that 15-point deficit. They have done that basically as FaZe is making his move for the C flag.
He needs to get in here and hold this one. He does have somebody coming towards him, though. Is he going to be able to hold this for long enough? No, He gets taken down. Unfortunate for him, it was Sharp that took him. And it does mean that at the moment, Fuse, they need to just hold on a little bit. They need to kind of concentrate on what they're doing, not let their game play. And they've already done the hard work, right? They've got rid of that deficit. 3 minutes left here to trade and just try to build on it and keep TK on the back foot.
So basically, this is a 2-point game at the moment. And we're going to see what Theory and friends can do here from TK. Will they be able to regain the advantage as they have definitely closed the gap? 29-33 here in that second half, plus the 15-second bonus from the first round. Theory, unfortunately, will get cut down. We're going to Sharp, though, who's on B with this Remington, or excuse me, SC2010, and he is doing some damage.
The triple cap so deadly in the game of domination. Just triples your point out. One extra domination flag actually gives you 3 times the point every time it hits that 5-second mark, and that's the difference in this game. TK managed to get it back. They got the 3 cap, and that deficit is now back in full effect as both teams tied up at 38. And at the moment, Fuse have let it go.
Interesting smokes being thrown down here from Fuse as they have control of C and B at the moment. The difference in score in the second half, just 2, as Fuse maintaining that lead. Gunjar's going to try and over and extend, go all the way over to C. Actually, he's just going to be looking for spawners as his teammates take care of business at B. And here goes the triple cap attempt. At the same time, you're going to see a player from this Kelevra Fuse team go over to A. Down goes Gunjar, and so will FaZe. So Neslo's going to recap this A-bomb site. C is going to go back in favor of Fuse, and B will be contested by Sharp and Theory.
Yeah, TK have actually leveled it back up, 48, well, 50 and 49 right now, but they're quite happy to trade. They know they have the advantage in points. If they can keep doing this, and they're quite happy. Even look there, he's not in a big rush to try and take the B. He doesn't manage to get there, not neutralized it. Does mean it's going to be Fuse once again in control of the 2 points. And you know what, TK at the moment, they can just kind of work their own strategy. And they know if they can even just neutralize it, it's still going to be their win.
Sharp working with his teammates here at B, watching the top. His teammates got the bottom. Sharp is going to go down as 2 players are picked off. Neslo is still watching that A flag, and we're going to see what his teammates can do coming off that spawn as Fuse will get 2 cap at the end. They need 3 though, with 40 seconds left on the clock. They're running out of time, and with that 15-point deficit, it's really going to hurt them here. They had the early start, but it was TK in the middle of the game with the comeback, and Historify is getting shut down currently 5 and 12 in the second round.
Yeah, Neslo knew what kind of position he had put the other team into. He went, you know what, I know you guys are going to have to go for that triple cap. Usually you won't sit that far back on this game of domination. But he went, if I can shut you down once or twice, that means my boys can actually just take B back from you. You're not going to win this one. And TK, just superior tactics in there. I mean, you got to look at Fuse got the 3 cap. They got that deficit out of the way, and TK went, you know what? We can do the same thing. Got it right back to level point, and that played right into TK's favor.
All right, so TK wins both sides. A 18-point differential. But look at Fuse. They're not even worried about dropping that first game. Having fun, and that is the perfect attitude to see on the main stage. You don't want to take it too lightly, but you got to be able to shake off an early loss.
You know what? That's a great mental game. We always talk about complexity a lot in Europe, about how they're the greatest team in the world, and I firmly believe the greatest part of their game is their head game. If you can get your head right in Call of Duty, you're already 50% there to winning, and to see them with smiles on their faces just means that they're not going to take it too harshly. They're going to keep hammering, and it basically means the next map will be a clean slate.
Well, 3 of the 4 players went positive again for TK. Only Gunjar was negative, and only -2 in that one with 3 caps, we might add. Neslo, he also had 3, but it was Sharp and Theory, 7 caps each in that second round. Sharp is on fire in terms of slaying. Another 13 kills to go with his 17 from the first round, 30 and Dom for game 1. TK up 1-0 over Kelevra Fuse. We're going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, it'll be game 2 as we head to Search and Destroy.